New Zealand is known for its stunning natural beauty, skilled workforce, and high quality of life that's attractive without breaking the bank. New Zealand's name, Zeeland, comes from the name of Zeeland, an area in the southeastern Netherlands. It is said that when Dutchman Abel Tasman first discovered New Zealand, he named it New Zealand, meaning New Zealand. At the top left of the flag is the Union Jack, which represents the Commonwealth countries. The four red five-pointed stars in the lower right are the Southern Cross, and the dark blue represents the South Pacific.
The positions of the stars symbolize New Zealand's location in the South Pacific. New Zealand is located approximately 2,000 kilometers southeast of Australia in the South Pacific and is made up of two large islands and several small islands. The two large islands are divided into the North Island and the South Island across the Cook Strait. The North Island, where more than 75% of New Zealand's population lives, has major cities such as the capital Wellington and Auckland. The South Island has beautiful, unpolluted natural scenery, including glacial terrain around the Southern Alps. The land area is approximately 270,000 square kilometers, slightly larger than the U.S. state of Colorado, which is 269,837 square kilometers. As of May 2024, New Zealand's population is approximately 5.27 million people, and its GDP is approximately $285 billion, slightly more than Portugal's GDP of $257 billion. As of December 2023, New Zealand's GDP per capita in December 2023 was approximately $58,000 according to Statistics New Zealand. The population is approximately 70% white, mainly Anglo-Saxon, and also consists of Maori natives, and the official languages are English and Maori. In the past, 50% of the population were Protestant, 15% were Catholic, and other religions, such as Hinduism, were practiced, but as time passed, the number of non-religious people increased, and it is said that there are almost no religious people among young people in New Zealand. People settled in New Zealand around the 10th and 11th centuries. As is well known, the first people to settle in New Zealand were the Maori. It is said that the Maori originally lived on an island called Hawaii, but came to New Zealand by boat due to ongoing wars and food shortages. The Maori people settled in New Zealand and lived by farming sweet potatoes and raising pigs. In 1642, Abel Tasman, a member of the East India Company, who was instructed to search for new, undiscovered islands in the South Pacific, first discovered New Zealand while sailing through southern Australia. In 1769, about 100 years after New Zealand was first introduced to Europeans, British Captain James Cook visited New Zealand again. Captain Cook began to change the name of the island to the British name New Zealand, and following Captain Cook's exploration, British migration to New Zealand led by missionaries became active starting in the 1800s. At this time, New Zealand was a subsidiary territory of the colony of New South Wales, Australia, and was used as a base for catching whales and seals. In 1840, the Maori signed the Treaty of Waitangi, ceding control of New Zealand to Britain in return for their protection. With this treaty, New Zealand officially became a crown colony of the British Empire, separate from New South Wales from 1841. However, as British colonization progressed, disputes with the Maori people arose over land sales, and two Maori wars broke out between 1843 and 1870. Although both sides suffered great damage, the conflict was resolved amicably, and Britain and the Maori people were able to coexist again. Afterwards, as development progressed, New Zealand became an autonomous country of the United Kingdom in 1907 and became officially independent 40 years later in 1947. New Zealand is a Commonwealth country, and the King of England serves as the King of New Zealand. Charles III ascended to the throne on September 9, 2022, following the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. The political system is a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary system, and the Governor-General, who serves a 5-year term, acts as an agent of the British state as a head of state, but this is only in name, and the actual authority is exercised by the Prime Minister.
New Zealand general elections are held once every 3 years, the length of the term of office for the Prime Minister and members of Parliament. The National Assembly began as a bicameral system, but became unicameral after 1951, and consists of 120 members who serve 3-year terms. The two major political parties, the Conservative People's Party and the Progressive Labour Party, alternately form the cabinet, and other minor political parties exist. New Zealand is considered one of the world's top 3 welfare states, following Sweden and Norway. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Britain experimented with its advanced welfare system in Australia and New Zealand before applying it to the British mainland. Thanks to this, New Zealand was able to implement an institutionally organized welfare system from an early age, and residents' awareness of equality increased. Based on this social foundation, New Zealand implemented the world's first old age pension plan, full employment, unemployment benefits, free medical care. They are now able to have an advanced social security system, including a free education system including university. New Zealand is a country with highly developed agriculture and livestock farming.
New Zealand, where 54% of the country's land is pasture land, is the world's largest ranch with over 60 million sheep and 7 million cattle grazing. Primarily known for its lamb, beef, butter, and cheese production, New Zealand's Fonterra is also the world's largest dairy company. In particular, the production and export of wool, dairy, and meat are major industries in New Zealand's economy. New Zealand's rolling hills, fertile pastures, and temperate climate create ideal conditions for raising sheep, cattle, and producing high-quality dairy products. New Zealand has a well-deserved reputation for producing safe, sustainable, and delicious agricultural products. This reputation allows them to command premium prices in the global market. The agricultural sector employs a significant portion of the New Zealand workforce and contributes substantially to the country's GDP through exports. New Zealand's economy, anchored in livestock farming and agriculture, holds a remarkably promising future. Despite its small size, the nation boasts numerous positive attributes that can propel it towards becoming an economic powerhouse. Thank you for watching. This is Gina. I worked alongside Leah and Tony. Part 2 will be coming out soon. Thank you.